Ever wondered how those famous Pringles actually make their way into that little can?
The story starts long before the first crunch. But before this can reaches a store, there's a much bigger story hiding behind it.
Because before these potatoes become Pringles, they have to begin somewhere.
So let's go back to the beginning, right here in the fields.
And there they are, hidden underground, until this machine brings them up. The machine isn't just digging them up, it's already cleaning the field away. Now the harvest is loaded, but this is only the first leg of the journey. And in just a few minutes, a whole field can turn into thousands of potatoes, ready for the next step. From the field to the factory, every batch starts with this trip.
And now, after the long road from the farm, the factory finally takes over.
And this is where the real transformation begins. First, all that farm dirt has to disappear.
But washing is only the easy part. The potato still has a lot of work to do.
Once the skins are gone, the real transformation can finally get underway.
Now heat takes over, and the potato starts losing the form we know.
And now the potatoes are ready for the step that changes their texture completely. The pieces disappear, and something much smoother takes their place. But there's a reason for all this drying. The water has to go.
And just like that, the potato has become something completely different.
These tiny flakes may not look impressive, but they're about to become the heart of a Pringle. And here, even the smallest ingredient has to be measured just right. Now comes the part where all those separate ingredients finally become one. Now watch closely. This is where those dry flakes start becoming something completely new.
But one giant piece won't do. The next machine needs it in precise portions. And now the real shaping begins, one perfectly controlled portion at a time.
First, that thick dough has to become a perfectly even sheet. Too thick could ruin the texture, too thin could ruin everything.
Now we have something much closer to the perfect Pringle. The ovals are ready, but right now they're still completely flat. Flat, oval, and identical, but they're still missing one very important thing.
And the extra dough doesn't simply disappear, it can go right back into the process. And there it is, that little curve that makes a Pringle a Pringle.
Hundreds of pieces, and somehow every one needs the same famous curve. The shape is ready, but the biggest transformation is still ahead.
And the second they hit the oil, everything starts to change.
Look at that color, the crunch is literally being created right now.
Golden, curved, and crisp, but they still taste like almost nothing without the next step.
Fresh from the fryer, they need to cool just enough before the flavor takes over.
And here's where the same crisp can suddenly become 4 completely different flavors.
The powder looks simple, but getting it evenly across every curve is the tricky part. Same famous crunch, but from here, each flavor takes its own little journey. Now the flavor is locked in, and the crisps are finally ready to move toward the next part of the line.
Because when thousands are moving at once, even spacing becomes part of the recipe. And somehow, all that speed still has to stay perfectly controlled.
The hard part is done, but now, can the factory handle thousands of these without missing a beat?
Because around here, even a tiny difference can change the final pack.
Now thousands of crisps have to move together without losing the rhythm. They may look delicate, so every transfer has to be surprisingly gentle. That famous curve isn't just for looks, it helps every crisp nest into the next.
The machine isn't guessing, it's building the same portion again and again.
And this is where the factory turns thousands of individual crisps into one perfectly controlled production flow. Even the factory's layout works around the journey of the crisp.
The stacks are built. Now they have to travel without losing that perfect shape.
This part looks simple, but one tiny mistake could damage the whole stack. The stacks are ready, and the next stage is where they finally get ready for their famous home. 4 flavors can travel through the same factory, but each one has its own little path. A short tunnel, and suddenly, the factory changes again.
And here they are, the empty cans, waiting for what they were made to hold.
And there it goes, hundreds of carefully stacked crisps finding their new home.
The crisps are finally inside. Now the can itself gets its finishing touch.
One final press, and the crisps are safely sealed inside. The can is sealed.
Tiny details, but they tell the factory exactly when and where this can was made.
One can becomes a group, and that group is about to become a whole shipment.
Now the cans have to travel together, because stores don't receive them one by one.
The cans are protected now, but this box still has one more job. A simple strip of tape, and now that entire case is ready to travel.
The factory part is nearly done, but where do thousands of these cases go next? From one factory line, these cases are about to head in completely different directions. Now the boxes start building something much bigger, a pallet ready for the road. One layer, then another, until a few hundred cans become one organized load.
But these cans aren't staying here, and they're already on their way to somewhere you might recognize. And just like that, one complete shipment is ready to move. The factory has done its job, and now the journey leaves the building. One careful lift, and this pallet is finally heading outside. Loaded, secured, and ready. But where will this truck take them?
The cans have left the factory, but their journey is only getting started.
From one factory, these cans can end up traveling hundreds of miles.
So next time you open a can of Pringles, remember, there's a whole world of farming, engineering, and food science behind that first crunch.